Pilates Plus, and today we're going to take you through a little mini yoga class. Just all you need today is a yoga mat and yourself. So let's start with a little bit of meditation and just kind of centering ourselves in the present, in the here and now, and taking whatever is going on around you, all that chaos spinning around, and just like push it off to the sides. Push it off behind you. Just let it come off of your mat and think about what's going on right now. So close your eyes, find your feet in a parallel position, and then just take your toes and just lift them up and bring them inward, just so that you have a slight pigeon toe feeling to your legs. Close your eyes. Drop your chin, drop your gaze, let the palms turn out, and let's find our breath. Let yourself breathe in deeply through the nose, and let the breath just tumble out of your mouth. Just focusing on the here, the now, and the moment. And as you open up your eyes, let the arms lift towards the ceiling and bring the palms together, and try to keep the elbows coming in towards you as you come back down and into the heart center. Breathe in, stretch the arms big and wide. Lift your gaze a little bit to the ceiling, and on the exhale, bring everything back down into the heart center. Breathe in, stretch the arms up towards the ceiling, take a hold of your wrist. Let the shoulders draw down, and then have your body slowly pour over to the side. A gentle engagement of the wrist, drawing it away from your body. And then maybe turning your head to look up a little bit towards the ceiling. And then a little push down into that foot, grounding your feet into the earth. And on your exhale, come back to the center, palms together, hands into the heart center. Breathing in deeply, arms coming up to the ceiling, lift your gaze, lift your chest, take a hold of the other wrist, draw your shoulders down, lift up, and pour yourself over to the other side. Again, you're going to press into that foot. Maybe tilt your gaze to look up if your neck feels good. And then hold the stretch as you breathe in deeply. And then exhale, coming back into the center, hands into the heart center. We're going to add a little forward fold to this. So walking to the front edge of your mat. Breathe in as the arms lift up towards the ceiling. Bring the palms down towards the heart center and just round your spine, forward fold. If your fingers touch the floor, fine. If they don't touch the floor, fine. Let your head relax. Take your hands, slide them up to your shins, maybe up to your thighs, and then send the heart out. Reach your heart out across the room. And then again, find that forward fold. Breathe in as you roll up, and about halfway up, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, and bring the palms back together again to the heart. Breathe in, letting the arms lift towards the ceiling, and then let's come into that forward fold, reaching the fingers to the floor or to the shins. Let yourself slide up to about the thighs. Push the thighs away, reach the heart away. And then find that forward fold and begin to lift up through the belly. And breathe in. Palms together, hands at the heart. Breathe in as the arms come up towards the ceiling, coming into that forward fold, all the way to the floor. Bend your knees, bring your hands down to the floor. So bend your knees as much as possible. And we're just gonna step our feet back into a downward dog. And as the feet are placed in, again, that turned in, almost that pigeon toe feeling, let the fingers reach away. Bend the knees a little bit, lift the hips, look for that beautiful stretch. And don't make anything stagnant. Always feel like you're always moving in to each of the postures. Maybe you start to walk those feet, shifting yourself from side to side, just trying to find that sweet spot in every single moment. Look up between your hands and then walk your feet into your hands. Slide the hands up to the shins, maybe into the thighs. Reach your heart away. Find that forward fold, bend the knees. And then as you're bending the knees, keep going a little bit deeper. Bring the fingertips to your heels. And then sit back as much as possible so the hips are way behind your knees. Slowly coming up. Lifting the chest forward, reaching out, take the hands into the heart center. Your gaze is looking forward. We're going to wring out the ribs a little bit. Clean out those cobwebs. So we're going to twist off to the right, back to the center, and off to the left as we hang out here in our chair pose. Twist and twist. As the arms reach down towards the floor, start to lift them up towards the ceiling as you push all the way up towards the ceiling. And then the hands come into the heart center. Breathe in, arms lifting, forward fold. Bending the knees, hands to the floor. Walk your feet back into downward dog. Again, just a slight little turn in. Bending the knees, lifting the hips a little higher. Try not to let the head fall through the arms. Keep your head supported by your neck and shoulders. And let the heels slowly come down towards the floor as you bend your knees. Bring the knees all the way down to the floor so that you're finding a tabletop position. Open up the knees really wide and then just let yourself sit back into child's pose. Arms reaching long, knees open. If it's in your practice, let the arms walk all the way out. Bring your forehead to the floor. If that's not possible and your shoulders are really, really tight, just fold the hands on, put your forehead on your hands. Child's pose is a relaxing posture. It helps you to find that breath. You breathe in through the back, opening up the spine. And then as you exhale, feel that melting into your mat. One more breath here, breathing in. And then, let it go. Bring those arms out in front. Lift the hips up a little bit higher. Walk the knees in so that they're parallel and press the shins. Walk that right hand all the way out. Take the left hand to those right ribs and spiral all the way around. And if it's in your practice, let that arm lift towards the ceiling. Stretch and yawn through the body. And then bring that arm all the way through. So as we go in to thread the needle, and your shoulders allow you to come down to the floor, keep walking that right arm out and letting the left arm keep threading through. Try not to sit back into your heels. Try to keep the hips up and go a little deeper into that stretch. Slide the right hand in, push yourself up. Take a hold of those ribs, and one more time, give yourself that nice spiral and a yawn. And if this bothers your shoulders, place the hand on the ribs or stay on the belly. Bring yourself all the way back down. Find that tabletop position. Again, shift your weight back, reach through, and then come back up. So the hips stay over the knees as we stretch the left arm out in front. Grab a hold of the left ribs and stretch all the the way up to the ceiling. Dive that hand all the way through. Head to the floor if your practice allows. Let that arm reach away. Walk the hand out a little bit further if it feels good. And then slide that hand in, push yourself up into tabletop, and then just sit back into your heels. So we're going to move from child's pose, bring the heart all the way through like you're snaking your body all the way through into cobra. Let the legs walk all the way out, hands underneath the shoulders, chest lifted. Breathe in through the nose, and as you exhale, slowly begin to push yourself back and into child's pose. Let's do that one more time. Snake your way all the way forward through your arms, lifting up into cobra. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and pushing back into your child's pose. Coming forward, back into tabletop. Curl the toes under, and then just lift the knees up off the floor as we hold here. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Oh, feel that. Work the core. Little bit of heat. As you exhale, lift the hips up, find your downward facing dog. Drive those heels down into the floor. Lift up very high on those tippy toes and walk your feet in. Slide the hands up the shins, maybe to the thighs. Feel the heart reach away. Forward fold. Sink the hips down so that we're in a chair. Lift the hands up to the heart. Draw those shoulders down. And then push into the earth like you're going to spring up out of the ground. And let the hands fall down to the heart. So we're going to pick up the right knee and lift it up to our chest. Maybe grab the thigh, find a little bit of balance here. Elbows out to the side, reach that chest very tall. Pull that leg all the way into the chest. Let it go and then step it back so that you're in a lunge position. So I want you to bend the front knee, tuck those hips under, and then just spin that right foot out a little bit so we're in warrior one. Reach the chest forward, bring that heart up, hands into the heart center. Try to square off those hips, eyes looking forward, lift the heart to the ceiling. And as you exhale, reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Spin that back foot around so that you're finding that high lunge. Breathe in through the nose, put your weight forward. And as you exhale, bring that knee all the way back up. Grab a hold of that thigh. Pull the leg up and into the chest. And place it down. Let's do the other side. So pushing into the earth with the right foot. And on the exhale, begin to lift the left foot up. Finding your balance, grab a hold of that thigh, let the elbows reach out to the side. Lift that knee to your chest. And then keeping your balance, let go. Send that leg all the way back into a high lunge. Spin that foot out so that we're in warrior one. Square off the hips. Breathe in, place the hands at the heart center. Draw those shoulders down. Lift your chest towards the ceiling. Breathe in, sending the arms up towards the ceiling. Shift your weight forward into that right foot. Come into that high lunge, and on your exhale, pick up the left knee. Bring it back up in front. Hold the thigh, pull it to the chest, and then place that foot down onto the floor. So spin around and be lengthways on your mat. Nice wide position. Your feet are slightly turned out. Breathe in as the arms come up towards the ceiling, and as they go out to the side into a big T, reach out really long. Turn the palms up and bring the fingers into the wrists. So it's just a curl to stretch out the wrists. Yes, just a little wrist curl. And then we're going to bring those hands behind. I'm going to turn away from you so you can see how the hands are. So we have the feet into the wide position. You can lace your fingers together and bring your fingers into prayer. You can even grab a hold of your elbows, whatever feels best for you. So place your hands in a comfortable place for your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath, reach those fingers or the elbows down towards the floor and roll down one vertebra at a time. When you come down into your position, let the arms, however they may be, lift. So figure out what works best for you. Let's stretch out those shoulders. Remember, nothing is stagnant. You're moving and you're trying to get that sweet spot. Your knees are bent. Your head is hanging. And then as you exhale, push into the floor and begin to lift yourself all the way back up to the ceiling. Give yourself a nice deep breath. Hands to the heart center, forward fold. Again, bend the knees if you need to get the hands to the floor, and shift your weight back into your heels and walk the hands out in front of you. So this is kind of like a downward facing dog position as you shift your weight back. Let the arms reach, and again, nothing is still. You're shifting your weight from side to side, feeling good into the position. And then we're going to move our hands over to the right, bending the right knee, stretch out the inner thigh. Walk back to the center, over to the other side, stretch the inner thigh. Come back and into the center. So keep going from side to side. And they're just for time purposes. If you want to pause and do a little more, especially if you need a little more stretch in a particular area, feel free to pause the video and stay there. Sometimes a little pause in our life is good. So as we walk our hands back into the center of our mat, bend your knees just a little bit. Begin to lift the belly and roll up, reaching the arms all the way out. And then as the hands come down into the heart center, step your feet together. And we're going to meet where we started. We're going to have a meditation part where you're going to reach the hands. So call this mountain pose. You're just going to reach your fingers into the earth. Palms face me. Eyes closed. And then just take a moment to pause in your life. When there's stress and chaos in your life, take a moment and find pause. When you're happy and joyous and there's a light in your day, take a moment to pause. Enjoy life every day and pause. Start to blink your eyes, waking yourself back up again. Inhale, arms up towards the ceiling. Nice big stretch. Hands come into the heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found a little peace in the chaos. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful morning, whatever part of the day, make it wonderful. Namaste.